everyone. Welcome to Build Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in pop culture. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Jamie Feldman.
I'm Allie Colbert.
And I'm Lucas Tim. Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about how one Welsh town is attempting to combat bathroom sex, Tituss Burgess' new cooking show, and George R.R. Martin's thoughts on parting with HBO's Game of Thrones. Plus, actor Joseph Silora joins the table to discuss Power, the final betrayal. But first,
we have some food on the table provided by Bel Campo, a leading organic meat company with farm-to-table restaurants and butcheries. Bel Campo's culinary program at Hudson Yards will feature elegant, rustic cuisine in a fine, casual format with a menu of both classic and globally inspired dishes. Wow, elegant and rustic, casual and fine. There's a lot going on.
I want to go to Bel Campo.
This is the heaviest burger
Oh, I have to
ever
try
picked
it.
up. And the bread feels, oh my God, get in there.
Pick it
Yeah,
up?
take.
Wait, so which one? This one is, okay, two
I'm okay.
cheese. I want to try
It's
this one.
hard for me to have a burger right when I wake up.
Yeah.
But I will
It's
go.
not.
to
It's
it.
I'm
a
eating.
weekly
Sorry, you
thing.
gotta watch this.
Breakfast burgers.
While we bite into this, our first course today is that Katie Holmes and Jamie Foxx broke up. And a lot of people are like, they were dating? Yes, for like years.
6 years.
Which is what's so fascinating.
6 years, so it's time to end it.
6 years is time to end it. It's a classic rule. Except they didn't live in the same city and saw each other occasionally. I'm sorry, that's more of a friendship that you have sex
Or
with.
it's like my ideal relationship, actually.
Oh, British true love.
Yeah, it sounds really great.
They would get, there are pictures of them like once every couple months
Right.
or years holding hands, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that relationship, and then it'd go away for a while.
Right, I think that's how like Katie felt about it. Like, oh yeah, I'm dating Jamie Foxx, I should end that.
Right.
But I love the extra layer to it because obviously we know she was married to Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx were in a movie together. So I always wonder like if they kept it sort of hush-hush because of that dynamic, like because of the Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise would probably go like apeshit and like murder them all.
Or he would pay Scientology too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe they had an agreement.
There you go.
We should be careful what we say because I am afraid of them.
Everybody's afraid of
We've been
that.
bringing up Scientology on the show for so long, they never come at us. Come for us.
Come for us. We're asking. We're begging
Please,
for it.
sponsor us.
Sponsor us, please.
We will have a Scientologist on the show every day if you sponsor us.
We do morning Dianetics. We just see how we're doing.
I'm fine with that.
You know, L. Ron Hubbard, I believe, is from Nebraska. Where I'm from. So we only breed good people, I guess.
Yeah. Can you guys believe Surrey's 13?
No.
Surrey Cruise. That's what they said. Surrey Cruise like Jamie Foxx. I think of her especially as a elegant 5-year-old.
Right, like a mean,
elegant 5-year-old who would
5-year-old.
just read me to filth.
Yeah, she's like a Jackie Onassis in a 5-year-old's body.
No, she
That's
is
what I
13.
imagine.
We really needed her to be like in the limelight now as a small child when she could go really viral. I feel like we missed that opportunity kind of.
I just almost forgot about her though.
Well, that's probably a good thing that Katie Holmes is doing a good job.
That is really good. Well, Katie, I hope you find new love, and Jamie, you're fine. He's gonna do great. Moving on, a trailer for Ryan Murphy's The Politician has just been released, starring Ben Platt, Gwyneth Paltrow, Jessica Lange, and more. Take a look.
I don't know yet if I'm a good person.
You don't have to be a good person, as long as you do good things.
Tell me all the stuff that would make a difference to you. What do you care about? I can't believe it.
That I'm a stone-cold bitch with ice water in my veins?
I want that trophy.
This young lady would like to vote.
She can't without a student ID. Otherwise, they'd bus in a bunch of kids from other schools to vote illegally.
That's insane.
Payne is possibly a homosexual.
Astrid is a raging bigot.
I don't understand. Why calling that gay man a butt munch was such a scandal? That's what gays do. Munch butts and celebrate Halloween. I want that trophy.
We should have him assassinated. Too dark?
I will win at all costs.
I have a crime to report.
Did you do it, Peyton? It's so hard to have to try so hard all the time.
You're gonna change the world, Peyton.
How do you know?
I want that trophy.
As someone, I said this on the show, I won't get into it, but as someone who eventually secured power undemocratically in my high school by running unopposed as president, this trailer was triggering in the best and most diabolical way. I'm in love with the show already. I cannot wait for it.
Yeah,
Wow,
the
glowing
tone.
review.
Yeah, that's real. The tone of this is what is so intriguing to me. It kind of reminds me of like a Wes Anderson sort of, you know what I mean, like a real Tenenbaum sort of.
I got that vibe too.
And I love that quirk, hilarity. It's always really smart, and I'm really excited for this.
Yeah,
Worth watching just for the butt munch line alone.
Yeah.
Okay, if you all have not known this already, you've been sitting out. Jessica Lange is a queen and the greatest actress of all time, and it's incredible she's in this show and hysterical in it. I'm so excited to watch
Wow,
her.
you're on cocaine.
I'm on. I'm high off Ryan
Because
Murphy and
she's your hall pass.
She is my hall pass. She has.
Jessica Lange
But
is your
you're
hall
single,
pass?
so you can do
I am
whatever you
single now,
want.
so now longer my hall pass.
No
I
longer your
would.
hall
My
pass.
past
She's just now someone you want.
in my past relationship, it was the one. She was the one person I could get out of the relationship for.
And guys, yes, she is in her 70s, and
I
she
don't
doesn't
care. I don't care. She's an incredible actress.
He likes that
Ah,
about her.
I love
And that's
her.
real love.
It's
and
real
I
love.
respect it.
The show looks super good. I mean, it just has like a zany tone that I'm into.
Yeah.
Ben Platt, our very own Ben Platt right here.
Honored after watching this show.
I mean, I'm excited to see Ben Platt like this because I kind of want Ben Platt at this point to win me over. I've seen him in Dear Evan
Not
Hansen.
into Ben Platt?
I mean,
I'm with you. I'm excited for him in this role because I can't say, like, I don't not like him, but I'm not
Right.
like a stan, and I think this is.
yeah, like I want to be super into Ben Platt.
Well, to give some context for the show, so it's already been picked up for a second season. So the first season's 8 episodes, and the premise of the show will be to follow one politician's career to hopefully the presidency. So
Right.
I love what's clearly already a very cynical view of politics, but it's already really funny, like talking about immigration and Trump's claim of illegal voting that Hillary apparently got like in school in the school politics
Yeah.
form. Like that's already hilarious.
Is Gwyneth his mom in this?
Gwyneth's his mom in
Which
it.
is so crazy.
Yeah, that Gwen's playing the mother to Ben Platt.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I do love, so Gwen, I actually really like Gwyneth
Me
Paltrow as an
too, I love
actress.
her.
Me too.
And I do feel like her relationship with Ryan Murphy and Ben Falchuk has made her so much cooler. Like, I feel like she's choosing cooler projects and just like.
Right.
I'd rather see her like this in this forum, in
Yeah.
this medium, than on Goop.
Agree.
That's, yeah,
Agree.
that's
Like
what I
Goop
mean.
Gwyneth and this Gwyneth feel like two different people.
I love
Yeah,
this
and
Gwyneth.
she's super funny on Twitter. People give her a hard time because she does say things where I'm like, shut up. You know, but she's awesome actually.
She's a great
And I
actress.
know
great
her.
actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know her personally.
I know the real her.
And this is one of 10 projects that Ryan Murphy has greenlit by
he's
Netflix.
taking over Netflix.
You know, he's that $300 million
In the world.
Netflix deal. So this is huge. This is his first one that's coming out. So this is a big deal for him. And as we can tell by the trailer, I mean,
Yeah.
this is gonna be incredible.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Did you guys
excited.
run for student office? You said you did. You ran for president. Did you guys?
What was your like slogan?
We talked on the show about I never had a slogan. I was the only person in my class, my grade, elected all 4 years of student council.
I know you're a compliment.
Yeah.
What was your like platform?
A flex.
By the time I was president, I've already I instituted a quarterly video announcement series. I got the
Wow.
vice president on the board. I reformed the dance budget. I had a fight with the chess club because they wanted more money than they deserved. I took over the school.
Wow.
Yeah, I would speak in front of my school at town hall meetings. I mean, I ran unopposed. So
This
it would
show
be
is about you.
It would
Yeah.
Be, yeah,
This
except
is
I
you.
wouldn't have
You
a
really
competitor.
are like Ben Platt.
Yeah, I
You
watched
know
this.
you're like Ben Platt in this show.
Oh, I saw this. This was an alternative timeline for me.
Yeah.
What I could, if I just
could've
tapped into
been.
the diabolical evil ways, I
Yeah.
would be in DC right now working for a congressman.
You definitely were on student government.
I was student body president all of high school. Every year.
Wow. that's
And I
amazing.
ran opposed, and I had a campaign slogan that was "Make this school wait, let me start that again. Make this school super. Vote Brittany Cooper."
Solid.
Wow.
And it won me 3 years in a row. But I didn't do anything. I just wanted the title.
Oh.
I didn't do anything either.
Yeah.
I was
Were you-
president of my
You were
senior
vice
class.
president?
I ran unopposed. I had no slogan, and I can't tell you a single thing that I did, aside a really shady ski trip in which the guy who we planned it with only accepted cash.
Oh, nice.
And the only thing I remember is that I had to walk him with like thousands of dollars in an envelope to his car, and that is the one thing I remember.
This is why we need to get money out of politics.
Yeah, but on
Right
that
here.
same note, when I was student body president, our school had this we had a new school, so we had this rivalry. And my best friend's dad had a t-shirt company, so he sold me t-shirts for $3, and then I sold them for $12. So I made like a huge profit per
God.
t-shirt, and then that's how I paid for like all of my school club trips and stuff.
Right.
So I don't know if that's legal.
Wait, was that for your pocket?
Is that misusing campaign finances? Yeah. Or
Did that profit go into your pocket?
oh, directly.
Oh my God.
yeah.
God.
Oh, this is horrible.
It wasn't like on behalf of the
How
school.
dare you?
It's like a business partnership I formed.
You should have been raising money for student government.
Who knew I was Elizabeth Warren
I
at this
wasn't
table?
selling
Like,
them on behalf of student government, but I just had like the power to like have
That-
the influence.
you know what I did?
That's
I got
bad.
bagels once a month in my high school. How dare you? You are a disgrace to the name of
You
student
have-
body presidents.
Wow, you're a psycho.
Yeah.
You're coming in real hot.
Hillary Clinton, I love you, girl. Did it for you.
Could you believe Hillary Clinton's latest kill?
No, stop
Epstein?
it.
That was
No,
amazing.
she did not.
Okay, yeah.
She's busy
He
writing a
just had a-
book on gutsy women and feminism and
No, I
raising
don't
money for
think she
Democrats.
did it with her own hands, but you know the Clintons hired whoever killed.
Oh my God, no, she don't. No.
Absolutely.
Wake up! They
Yeah.
obviously did.
No, they did not. They're an
is a
elderly
picture-
couple from Chappaqua. Okay, they have 3
Are they?
grandchildren.
That's all they are.
Lucas,
That's all they are.
they're not an elderly couple from Chappaqua.
They're retirees. They are not killing people. They are not. Bill Clinton is not sending people to die. Hillary Clinton is busy raising money for Democrats.
Dude, it's not her. The Clinton family hires to.
Oh my God.
All right. We're gonna need a whole other show just to talk about that.
I'm not saying anything because I like to live. So
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
All right, we all want to live on this couch.
I'm
Well,
not pissing off the Clintons.
moving on, a Welsh town plans to install high-tech public toilets with measures to prevent people from having sex inside. Tactics include a squealing alarm, doors shooting open, and a cool spray of water jets to soak the offenders. This is total bullshit.
What is wrong with people?
Why are there so much sex going on in public restrooms?
People are monsters.
Well, also,
No, but
like,
in
who
this
cares?
small Welsh town,
There's like an episode
Like,
in
it's a
this
little
one
odd.
town.
There's
that
probably
everyone-
nothing else to do.
I agree with Jamie. Apparently, critics are already saying like, this is based off, weight and amount of people. What if a father goes in with their child?
Yeah,
what if you're an
right.
overweight person? Like, there are so many faults in this plan. Also, let people get it on. I mean, it's a public bathroom. It's already dirty enough. I mean, if it's their
Exactly.
prerogative just to do it, I mean, whatever. You're going to a
No,
public bathroom. What do you
care?
expect?
What does anybody care what they do?
Yeah.
And also, like, not only are you shaming people now for like having sex, which is a totally healthy, normal thing to do, no matter where you do it, if you ask me. But now you're going to shame someone if they're overweight going into the bathroom
Right.
or trying to help their child use the bathroom. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, I think what if you have a disability and you need help going to the
oh,
bathroom?
don't play that card with me. That's not why they put these.
No.
but
I'm just saying
But
that
there's a weight
Happen.
sensor
Yeah.
in the bathroom.
there's not, they can't decipher what is sex totally. I mean, unless they're not gonna do it based off moans.
Yeah,
I mean, they're doing
exactly.
it off. It's true, they're not.
I would say I moan when I take a shit.
That is true.
You're
So,
gonna get.
you know I'm gonna be like, oh yeah.
What?
If you moan when you
Doors
take a
open.
shit, are you nervous? If you're gonna visit this Welsh town and you know that you are a moaning shitter,
You're screwed.
Are you
moan when
afraid
you
to
shit,
use this-
do
You're
not
screwed.
use these
Yeah,
bathrooms.
because the doors will swing open, water will spray you off the
Yeah.
toilet, the sirens will sound.
Yeah.
How are you just
That's
trying to
just
prove
me.
moaning? I mean,
I
this
feel
is
for you.
I have a lot of issues with this.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of feel like if you're okay having sex in a public bathroom, like you're also okay
Getting
with
wet.
the doors being open.
Right,
being
that's what I
true.
think too.
Okay.
If you're having sex in a public bathroom, if anything, this is just going off to remind you that you're trash.
Right. Like, don't they have cars?
You know what I mean?
Like a car?
Like,
there's
what
so
do you
many
give
other
a shit?
places.
They don't care if people watch them and if
No.
water sprays and a siren sounds. That's the thrill for them. They're
Right.
out in public getting caught. Hello, that's the fucking point.
In fact, I think I would do it on. I feel like maybe they're gonna inspire more people.
Yeah.
to have
yeah,
bathroom
this
sex.
isn't stopping that.
And also the way it looks like it's like this like silver metal robotic kind of looking toilet. Again, we've talked about AI and what they're doing.
And I don't trust
and Brittany and I
Don't
firmly
trust
do not trust this. And we are empowering robots now to judge us sexually.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong.
It's just another step in them taking over the world.
But I'm
Westworld.
also with you. I feel like this could be one of those like Instagram destinations now. Like, can't you
Yeah.
see it like now cropping up on our newsfeed? Like all the people like going to have sex in these bathrooms. And
Totally.
like, look what happened. I got hit with water.
yeah.
A small Welsh town. That's hysterical. That's
I
also
think
really
the
funny.
tourism's gonna go way up. Maybe.
Maybe that's why they did it.
Yeah.
Perhaps. We are here
Maybe.
talking about it.
Well, moving on. Tituss Burgess is setting down his Pinot Noir to shoot food out of cannons. The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt star will host a new cooking show called Dismantled, where blindfolded chefs will have food blasted into their faces and then must recreate what they taste. The competition will premiere on the upcoming platform Quibi.
This is where we are as a country.
Like I just said, people are trash.
Everyone needs to know that this is where we are as a country, that we are blindfolding people. We're throwing food in their face and going, make that, fat ass! Like, that's where we are. Like, that is such a far cry from the Great British Bake Off of like, my mama used to make this roast toast. Like, this is so disgusting and so American, and I'm gonna watch.
I was gonna say, I love when people get hit in the face with food, so I will watch it. My only ad would be if he was in character while doing it. If he was Titus Andromedon.
Well, but like, there's a fine line between the character and the real person.
I know.
He may hold a glass of wine while hosting the show.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Pinot Noir.
How do you even come up with something like that?
Well, so the production company behind this, Good Egg, they also have done Chopped and they've done Queer Eye. So they're a very established reality TV production company. So, you know, how do geniuses work? How creative ideas think? I'm unsure, but you know, Quibi's this new service launching in April. It's gonna be only on your phones. They have a ton of shows in development, from like Darren Criss show to a Liam Hemsworth show. That's like, one's a musical comedy, one's an action thriller. So then there's this cooking show.
Is Quibi on your phone?
Yeah, it's gonna be like an app.
Okay.
Here we go.
I feel like you need to watch people getting cannoned in the face with food on a big screen, though.
Oh.
I totally
So they need
agree.
to
It's
do
not
like
a phone show.
screen to TV.
Yeah,
We're
well,
gonna
I think
airplay
it is a phone show. I think this is a show you watch when you're like really sad in bed and you're just like trying to waste time.
but so what if so a cake comes flying at you
confusing.
and then you have to lick yourself? How much
And then they're
time do
like,
you
what
have?
kind of cake is it?
And you're like,
And then you have to wash your face off.
And these are like, these Michelin star chefs? Like, are these proud chefs that studied in France? Are these like,
Something tells me no.
yeah, they're just like regular people.
I think they're gonna be home cooks.
A home cook.
Oh, you think they're gonna be home cooked?
Yeah, I can't see like Eric Repair like doing this. You know what I mean?
I would love.
Ina Garten. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey loves this.
Jeffrey loves shooting things in my face. Well, you guys, Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin gave fans a rare glimpse at how the hit HBO series has affected his career. In a rare interview with The Guardian, Martin opened up about how the finale of the series is freeing for his writing process as he works on the 6th and 7th novels of the franchise. TikTok, George R.R. Martin.
Right, likely story.
2011 was when Dance with Dragons was released. 2011. That's when I last read that book. It has been so long. And, you know, I feel for him in a way. I get it. I know it's hard. The pressure of the world's upon you. But you know what, George? Stop writing other stuff. Stop producing other shows. Stop making your big encyclopedias. I want to know everything that's in your head. I do, but finish the story.
Look at this man. He's not writing. This is a man eating McDonald's off his chest in the back of a minivan.
And having sex in a Welsh like that.
Yeah.
He's not writing.
Well, he said.
He's not writing.
He said a good day could be writing 4 pages. 4 pages?
Right.
Yeah.
Your books are 900 pages long.
I will say that when you listen to him talk, you do understand it, because he was like, as the show was going, as the show got bigger, he realized he was writing less. And I think it's that crippling pressure that very few of us could fathom.
Right.
But still, like, he created this
And
world.
now it's over.
I know.
And now there are so many questions. And I feel like the only way we're going to get real clarity or be really happy with the controversial last season is if we see it on the page.
I don't think I need it, though. I'm done. Like, I get it.
But thing is, the books are so different. In the books,
Right.
there's Lady Stoneheart. There's a false Targaryen plot line. There is.
Oh my God! It's been so long since I've heard you wax poetic Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
me.
you know.
And now I'm remembering it, and I'm just like want to kill myself.
I know.
Because when
Get
he
ready.
starts talking, his chest puffs up, and he's like, so what you don't understand.
You know what? I am a condescending book reader. I read the book.
But isn't it crazy how this was like this took up so much of my time in my life.
Yeah.
And my brain capacity, and now I just don't even think about it at all.
Right.
No.
Well, just the way we've talked, the way the finale ended was just like.
I can't go into it, Lucas.
But
I liked it.
Stop. That's so. Go into it.
Brittany. The way they did Daenerys was dirty. But yeah, no, I mean, this is, I want him, you know, he's releasing this other book about Targaryens, he's producing a ton of shows, there's a prequel coming out. I'm really happy he's being successful, but, you know, if you look at authors like J.K. Rowling or J.R.R. Tolkien, like, they finished their signature series before they actually really started doing other things, because it's a big deal, like, and those worlds are huge as well. So I would like him to take a page out of their book, quite literally, and finish the
He's
series.
never gonna finish these books. I really don't believe he's ever gonna finish these books. He's worth now like $65 million. Like I
Right.
said, he has all these development deals. The story already ended for the mass population, so I feel like he's.
I think it will get finished. Unfortunately, if he passes away, he does have an assistant who works very closely with him,
Okay.
who could finish the books. Like J.R.R. Tolkien's son finished one of his unfinished books. I think that could possibly happen. I hope it doesn't.
That's so weird. I'm so
But it could.
curious about that relationship because if you
Yeah.
think about it, it's like an assistant doesn't make you a writer.
But a lot of assistants are writers for.
He helps.
A lot of people that
He has a there was a guy. There was a guy he met who was like when he started this book series, who was a huge fan of Songwriters Fire, and he employed him to help him fact check himself, to reread the books with him. So he's very familiar with.
I mean, I'm sure you need someone to help you because it's such a big undertaking.
Yeah, these books are like 900
And
pages.
George R.R. Martin actually produced Fuller House.
Yes.
Did he?
Yeah.
I believe that. That was like, yeah.
That was like his next project.
The next project, I'm doing Fuller House.
I really believe that.
But
I can totally see that though.
And speaking of the producers, they just signed this $200 million Netflix deal.
Yeah.
But they're obligated to write these new Star Wars
D&D?
movies. Yeah.
D&D.
And so they've rented the
getting
Star Wars
too
movies.
nerdy for me.
Netflix paid them $200 million. Netflix is shelling out cash.
There's
if you
so
want a
much
deal,
money.
go to Netflix.
There's so much money.
But apparently
I love it.
there's a negative cash flow though. I feel like Netflix may be hitting a wall soon with the money they're giving out.
Maybe
give it
Netflix
out
is
to
a big
everybody.
Ponzi scheme.
I was gonna say, what if it's like Theranos?
Oh my God.
Like it's good. We're fine.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
It actually can't. It cannot give
And they're
blood
just
tests.
giving
Maybe
Shonda
isn't there
Rhimes
like
money.
one active subscribing user and we all just share their
We could do that, right? We could just start going on our family plans and just start figuring it out.
Is there a max for how many people can use your Netflix?
Do you pay for
No,
Netflix? I don't. I use my friends.
I use my mom's.
My mom uses mine. What is wrong with this generation?
Well, I used my mom's for 6 years and then I just took over paying for the account because I was
Right.
like, this is crazy.
That's so nice of you.
That is really nice.
It's
of you.
$12.
I mean, but I just asked my brother, should we join forces on Hulu because Disney Plus is coming out, Apple's coming out. I'm like,
Right.
well, we can't all afford
What'd they
this.
say?
So I was like, Nick, can we join forces? He was like,
Oh, you
I'll
should
think
have
about
asked
it.
Daniel.
Yeah,
Daniel can't
way
afford it.
Cooler.
Daniel's cooler.
He's way cooler. Reconsider that.
I will.
Moving on, guys. Now it's time for today's guest. Joseph Sikora will be returning to the small screen in his starring role as Tommy Egan on the 6th season of Power, which premieres on August 25th. Take a look.
Help me get Ghost. This what I wanted.
If I could help you, I'm staying. You made this mess, you fix it.
This is war. Ghost, he's out there. You gonna run or you gonna stand and fight?
Everything I've lost is because of you. My home, my family, my life.
Sometimes the people that you trust the most can turn on you with no warning.
It's the feds that you need to be worried about.
Everything you do is always for you. You lost me a long time ago, Ghost.
Did you really think I wasn't gonna find out what you did? I didn't kill her, Reggie. I didn't kill her. You will.
Everyone, please give a warm Build Brunch welcome to Joseph Silora.
Thanks, guys. Great to be here.
Do you feel that power coming from your Power fan?
I did. You almost went unnoticed because we're lit and you're not lit. So then I was like, oh, look, everybody's here.
Yeah, no, this is a full room, and people are excited for this 6th and final season.
Yeah.
I have to say, your character is really taking me through it. And the finale, what he did, that shot, can you tell us like where we pick up?
Yeah, well, we're picking up in season 6 right after we left off from that shot. But like that shot took Tommy to get to a place where he's legitimately going to take a shot at his brother.
Yes.
Ghost, played by Omari Hardwick. He has to be void of feeling and kind of void of the character of Tommy. It's really against him. We've seen him multiple times being pushed to that point to take care of Ghost, and something in him just doesn't allow him to do it. So for him to be able to even take that shot, he has to be at such an empty place. So after he serendipitously, 50 loves when I use that word, after he serendipitously hits Angela instead of Ghost, he's like, oh, well, this is good. Now I've taken everything away from you. Now we're at an even playing field, and maybe there's room for us to be brothers again. I just don't think Ghost sees it the same way.
Yeah, see, I didn't know if they were going to be brothers again or if it was going to be that final betrayal, right? That sort of just
it's the
because
final
we've
betrayal.
seen the loyalties, we've seen all of them be pushed up against the wall, and you don't know who's going to snitch or who's going to talk. And I really feel like that was sort of a game changer.
Yeah, well, I think we have a pretty good implication that Tommy is not going to snitch.
Yeah.
But Tommy is becoming his own man, so we're going to see Tommy with more finesse. We're also going to see Tommy with the glimpses. We will meet Cash this season, that has been announced, and we're going to see Tommy in a role where with Tariq he was like an uncle and there was that family bond, but we're going to see him in like the future, a glimpse of the future as Tommy as a father this season too, which is going to be definitely a different dynamic.
Have you guys filmed all the episodes yet?
All the episodes, all
so
15.
What was your reaction when you saw the script for those final episodes and how things sort of wrap up?
It's risky. But Courtney Kemp and Gary Lennon, our showrunners, are risky writers. And I think that unlike some other shows that will not be named on cable that people were not really happy with the ending episodes.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Hashtag we don't need no dragons.
Exciting words. Powerful words.
Right, that's right. But this is a very risky last 5 episodes. And it's something that is I haven't seen done on television, so I don't want anybody quoting me saying it's never been done, but I don't think it ever has. So they're really exciting. It's really exciting last 5 episodes, and I think the audience either will love it or hate it, but it's going to be a huge, strong reaction.
But I think that's the audience loves the show. I mean, I have to point out that Power's ratings have consistently been high.
Up and up and up.
Viewership has increased every single season, so people are in for the ride. No matter where you take us, we're excited.
Yeah. Go out while you're on top.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what do you think playing Tommy has taught you, during this time?
Playing Tommy has taught me a lot of things. One is that it's good to look before you leap, oftentimes. I think that it's also important that you don't live in anybody else's shadow, and that codependent relationships, which is really the Tommy Ghost, even though it is... Courtney often says that the show, or always says that the show is a tragic love story. But what people don't realize that it's a tragic love story between these 2 brothers. And it's coming to grips with being your own person. And I think that playing Tommy has really reinforced to me that in life you have to be your own person, ultimately.
Yeah, and actors often talk about what it takes to get into a role. I'm curious what your process is like or has been like for kind of saying goodbye to a role that you've been playing for a really long time.
If I'm being totally honest with you, I didn't even think about it because before we were done filming the season, I went on to Ozark for season 3.
So excited for that.
It's cool.
Oh
it's
my
cool.
God, I love Ozark.
But it's also hard playing like a lead in something and then going to kind of like this little spotty recurring part where I'm like, give me 10 more scenes.
Come on, Laura, lady, you guys look great together.
Oh man, that was the dream. Laura, she's one of my favorite actors in America. You don't get better quality than Laura.
Yeah,
Agreed.
she's amazing.
So it's incredible at the end of a show, 6 seasons. When you think back to season 1, getting that call that you've been cast a show, what does that make you feel now?
I was excited because I've been doing this for 31 years and I was doing it for 25 at the time that I got cast. And I was like, oh, great, a lead in a series. Who knows how long it's going to go? But I had some really, really sage advice from a close friend of mine who's a famous actor. And he said that right now, if you are not the same guy on the first take of the first day of the first episode of the first season, no matter how long this thing goes, if it goes 1 episode, if it goes 1 season, or if it goes 10 seasons, if you're not the same guy, if everything is not calibrated the same guy, the audience will turn on you, and they won't even know why.
Yeah.
So when people say the evolution of Tommy, I believe that, but I believe that I brought Tommy as a fully developed character from day 1, and he's the same guy. The writers just got to write different things, so we got to explore different things. And my only regret as Tommy is I feel like there's so many more places to go.
Right. Well, it's that authentic development that people love watching with these characters they love. So with this final season, the final betrayal, I think it's really cool. They're following the footsteps of other premium dramas like The Sopranos. It's split into 2 parts. 10 episodes start on August 25th, and the final 5 start in January 2020.
Right.
What do you think this experience will be like for fans to have this now 2-parter final betrayal at the end, season 6.
Well, I know that Starz has a lot of tricks up their sleeve to keep the audience satiated throughout the duration. So there will be more media blasts and little behind-the-scenes stuff and things that have not existed in the past 5 seasons that the audience will get little sprinkles on top of their ice.
For instance, there's going to be an after show, right? Power
Oh,
Confidential.
there we go. And what is that going to consist of? I think that they're going to keep that a little bit tight-lipped until it starts coming out with who's going to be part of that and what's going to be revealed on those after ones and what little Easter eggs are going to be placed in the after show for the next shows.
Very, very cool.
Wow. Well, you have a lot going on as well, right? You were in The Intruder with Dennis Quaid and Michael Ealy.
Megan Good.
What was that like? Tell us about.
It was
tell us about playing Michael.
Well, playing Mike in the movie was great because I had a lot of scenes with Dennis Quaid, who was like, a hero growing up. Michael Ealy and I are friends, becoming friends with Megan Good, who I've known from, from her evolution from rap videos into acting and into directing, and she's really just a really exceptional person. But Michael Ealy, I just respect so much, and it's actually the second movie we did together. We did another movie called Jacob's Ladder, which is kind of a remake of Jacob's Ladder. However, Jacob's Ladder is coming out after.
Oh, really?
Right.
The Intruder's coming out.
What was it like working in in these 2 separate projects together?
Well, Mike's such a talented, gracious actor that it was easy to play best friends with him, and then to play best friends twice. The Intruder, it was second nature to us. We had shorthand at that point. We trusted each other at that point. We kind of knew what the other guy was going to do a little bit, so we got to play a little bit more even. So I'm excited. But my role in Jacob's Ladder, although it might not be big, is one of my favorite roles that I've played in the last 10 years. Why? Definitely.
Oh, wow.
Because it's so far away from me, so far away from Tommy. I did like a crazy, I starved myself for a couple of weeks so you can kind of see it in my face. Not that I recommend that kind of thing, but it was like,
I've been doing it for years.
You can kind of tell I'm not on that same diet right now. But it was cool for that, but it was also cool because of my character in this, I will say, operates on a different plane than the other people that you're watching. So it's an exciting guy.
Exciting. And we just talked about this, but you're also going to be on Ozark.
Yeah,
which is
season 3 of Ozark.
Super exciting.
Laura Linney, Jason Bateman, Julia Garner, who's great too.
Anything you can tell us about your participation in that?
I play Frank Jr., who is also a gangster, but he is about the furthest thing from Tommy Egan.
Right.
He's just like most people on Ozark. Everybody, except for Wendy, probably, is a pretty pathetic character. Even the gangsters and the cartel guys really can't keep themselves together. There's such a almost an abysmal tragedy in Ozark in full. So when I first came, I had all of these ideas, but Jason Bateman kind of was just like, yeah, okay, maybe why don't you try this? Yeah. I'm just like, but okay, let's do that. Because, he knows the show, he knows that world. And so to make this character with those ideas that I had, just even a little bit more like, oh my God, Frank Jr., what do you, oh my God. So he's like he's trying so hard. Whereas Tommy's not trying. Tommy just is. Right. Tommy's got that. Tommy swings when he walks in the room. Whereas Frank Jr. kind of waddles a little.
And how was it working with Jason Bateman, who's an actor but has now become this director, the creator? He's running Ozark. How was it working with him?
I had a great time with Jason. He's super intelligent. He's obviously, as an actor, he knows how to speak to actors. He knows what's going on. He's been in the business since he was a kid. He obviously pays attention. And so he knows all the technical aspects as well as the creative aspects. So when somebody's like that, you're in good hands, and it's easy to follow a leader like that. And I think he's hilarious too. So
I'm curious, before we get out of here, you just mentioned when Tommy walks in a room, he just has it. But he's also, the thing about Tommy is he's a murderer, but he's so lovable. And people still kind of like him, even though he's a mass murderer. So what is your relationship with fans when they come up to you? Are they afraid of you, or are they super, what is that dynamic like?
Well, I mean, I think that people think I'm as big as Gary Owen, so they're usually like, oh, damn, you short. I'm not short. You just want me to be 6'3".
Right.
But I'm as big as God made me. No, but Tommy's the people's champ, And so I think when people meet me, they kind of represent. It's kind of like your UPS guy,
Yeah.
the doorman, the guys that are like, Tommy, it's my guy, Tommy. Because Tommy does work. Tommy puts in work, and Tommy kind of treats it as a, as a job. This is my job. This is what I signed up for. This is what actually saved me from the streets.
Yeah.
So that's also why he's got such love for the streets, because he owes them his life as far as he's concerned.
Well, I cannot wait to see how Tommy's story.
I can't wait either. You got me so excited.
I'm so excited, Joseph. Thank you for joining us today. And you guys can watch season 6 of Power when it returns to stars on August 25th. That's all from us. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same table.